Hi everyone, Alexa here from the blog theduvallhomestead.com, where I write about farm-to-table recipes and our homemade natural living from our homestead in Duvall. And today I'm going to show you my fall craft store and Facebook Marketplace finds. It's kind of a haul because I've got a lot of stuff in the last few days. So I want to show you what I have before I put it in my house. For fall, I plan to just keep it very simple around our house. I like to bring in natural elements. I like to bring in items that are really useful and very much so an accent in the room. For example, a blanket or a pillow or napkins. I don't buy a lot of decor that is like really something that you might throw away, because I usually do end up throwing it away. Now, we do have a bin of decor in the garage for Christmas and Halloween. When it's closer to Halloween, we'll bring out skeletons and some more Halloween stuff for trick-or-treaters. But for the fall season, I just like to bring in accents in the home, like orange and brown and some green, maybe some blue, just to feel really festive and just make it really beautiful. So that's what I have here. The first thing I found at the craft store is fabric. I just started sewing, actually. I'm definitely not an experienced sewer yet, but I can sew pillowcases and I'm doing curtains and anything that's relatively simple I can do. So I wanted to just grab some fabric, and I actually don't know what I'm going to do with this yet. I have some ideas, like maybe a blanket or napkins or placemats, but these are the two fabrics I got. One is a blue and white and brown kind of checkered pattern, and I got several yards of this. I think it's really pretty. It's perfect for fall. I like the blue and the white accents. I try to get really neutral fabrics. There was a lot of fun Halloween fabric type things at the store, and I just wanted to keep it really neutral. And then the other fabric I got is like a little wheat light colored fabric. It's cream, kind of a yellow orange color to it, and it's got these little wheat textures on it. So very simple, and I'm excited to see what I do with that. Hopefully I can sew something nice with these two, because these fabrics were not super cheap. It was probably the most expensive thing I've actually bought in this entire haul is these fabrics, just because they are, you know, clean and not used. So if you have any ideas for what I should sew with these fabrics, let me know in the comments below, because I have a couple weeks of time before I really need to get this done. So, okay, I'm gonna finish up what we got at the craft store first, and then I'll move on to some of our recent marketplace finds. So these are really pretty fall leaves. They are fake. Now, I actually have a really good idea this year, which is to go get fresh leaves and just press them in a book or something and flatten them and dry them out. So I'm doing that, but our leaves here are not fully colorful yet, and we live in the Pacific Northwest, and the leaves are gorgeous. But the best time to pick them is late October, so I picked a few already actually, and they're already starting to dry. But in the meantime, I found some faux leaves. Maybe also garland is my other idea for these, like a string of leaves for a leaf garland. So I got a bunch of wheat, and I think this is probably one of my favorite things to decorate with in the fall. I have two small ones and two large ones. They're perfect because they're dried, so they're not going to go bad. I always like to get fresh flowers. I think having fresh florals around your house for the season is just one of the best things you can do. For fall, I like the browns and the natural colors, so these are gonna be perfect. I think I'm gonna put the small dried wheat in our bedroom and in a bathroom, so in a smaller mason jar, and it's just gonna be an accent of fall when you walk into the room, and I'm so excited for that. I think just this little floral, these were $5 each, but I got them at 50% off from our local craft store, so it was $5 for both of them, and it's just such a simple way, and they don't go bad, and I can keep them up honestly through November, because they're festive for Thanksgiving as well. And these larger ones are so pretty. I'll probably put them on the table. Also, if you're going for like a boho vibe at all, if you like that, these are really nice. I've seen some really pretty tablescapes that are kind of boho. I don't know if we really have that at our house. I'm going for more of a simple farmhouse, modern farmhouse look, but I do like the boho style, so I think you might feel a little bit of that if you were to come into our house. You might feel a little bit of that boho style. Okay, then I got these wreath holders from the craft store, and these were super cheap, which was awesome. They were $1 or $2 each, and I like that 2 of them are really small because I can put them over like a drawer or a cupboard, and I've always wanted to have like maybe a little wreath hanging from the cupboard or something. And then I got 2 larger ones for the doors. Right now we have a command hook for the wreath on the front door, and it looks really tacky. It's white and the door is brown, and I always try to avoid it whenever I'm photographing our front door. So it would be nice to have an actual wreath hanger. Okay, so wreath hangers, honestly, it's something you can always use, and these are kind of a metallic-y green color, but they can be spray painted white or whatever. So sometimes I don't go to the store. I really went to the craft store because I wanted to get fabric, but I knew that they would have some other stuff, and sometimes I don't necessarily know what I'm going to do with the item, but I buy it because it's a good deal and it's like something that can be used. Like a wreath hanger, you will always be able to find a place to put a wreath, you know what I mean? So that's why I like buying things that are really functional and not something I'm gonna throw away, because they can just be reused in different ways. Like the leaves too, you can put those in a bowl, you can hang them, you can use them as a filler in a floral arrangement. So there's something that you're probably not gonna get tired of, because leaves will never go out of style for fall. So, okay, the last thing I got from the craft store is this picture frame, and I'm gonna take the photo out. But I bought the frame because it was a really good deal. It's $15, and I think I got a discount on that too, but it's like ready to mount, and it has a glass cover, which I actually might end up removing. I have some thoughts about what to put in this, but my first thought was a pretty fall picture that I could just buy on the internet and print. Really easy way to fill a photo frame. Another thought was actually fabric, putting fabric in here and taking off the glass and just frame fabric. And my thought with that was that it would really complement wherever else the fabric is. So like if I put fabric as the napkins on my table, then this would complement the napkins. That's my cat crying in the background. I don't know if you can hear that. She's really very social and wants to be in the room. I'll go get her. Okay, so moving on to marketplace finds. I go in phases with Facebook Marketplace. Every season I like to rethink our decor and think about what we need and what, you know, I would like to use as an accent. Again, I keep things really simple, and my budget is really small. I'm like, okay, $100, you know, at a time kind of thing, and that's like maybe every season I try to keep it $100. Sometimes it goes to $200, but it's really easy to spend more than that, so keeping it at something reasonable for you per season is definitely important. So Facebook Marketplace is one of the best ways I've found to save money, because people are trying to get rid of stuff. Now you do have to be careful, because sometimes I have found, at least in our area, stores are starting to list, like antique stores will list their items. The antique stores will list their items on Marketplace, and they're not really listing them at a discount. They're listing them at their retail price. So I try to find the things that are, oh my gosh. So I try to find the items that are actually on sale and someone who is just trying to get rid of it. So this is just a haul that I picked up recently, and I'll have things in the back of my mind that I'm looking for. Like, for example, we want to get a chandelier to put on top, over the top of our dining room table. I'd also like a chandelier right here in our master bedroom, because currently we have a fan and we just don't really need it. I think a chandelier would be pretty, but I've had a hard time finding one, and I found these today and picked them up, and I'm so excited. So I got 2 chandeliers. One is big, one is small. So this is a small one, and it is very pretty. It's only 3 lights. We don't need a lot of light in our bedroom. It's mostly for decor. But it's kind of antique looking, it's kind of modern looking, it's definitely not old, like Victorian looking. It's also not super modern and shabby chic looking, so it's kind of a nice, moderately stylish farmhouse chandelier, at least I think so. And I'm really excited. I hope we can get it wired. I think that's going to take a little bit of work on me and my husband's end to figure out the wiring, but I think we can do it. So here's the larger chandelier. It's huge. It's got 5 lights on it, and what's nice about this one, I'm hoping, is that it won't hang too low. So we don't have a very high ceiling in our dining room, and so we don't want a chandelier that's going to be very long or else our head will hit it. So the plan is to set them both up and see how they work, because we might end up putting the smaller one on the dining room table because it's most important that we don't hit our heads there because we're actually leaning over the table, whereas the bed, we don't ever stand on the bed, so it's okay if the chandelier came a little bit lower there. Oh, I just realized I forgot to say the price of the chandeliers. So because part of the fun of these finds is saying how much they were. So I got both of these chandeliers for $50 total. So that was a pretty good deal. All right, the next thing I found on Facebook Marketplace is this really cute vase. I've been looking for pitcher vases for a long time. I've seen some people collect like white pitcher vases in their farmhouse, and it looks really pretty if you've got a few of them together that are different styles and maybe even different shades of white, but they seem to come together really well. And most importantly, I love to use these to hold flowers. So I have this one that's behind me, and I have another one just like that. And I added this one to the collection, and I have a couple more, and I'll show the picture in this video. I got this pitcher for, I think, $10. And online, if you look at stoneware pitchers or glass pitchers, they are like $30 to $40. So that was a really good deal. Okay, there is one other item that we got on Facebook Marketplace that I don't have with me because it's too big, and that is a media console in our living room. It's really funny because I never show a certain corner of our living room on any of my blog pictures because it's got all the cords in it. And if you know, if you have a TV and you have an Apple TV and a Wi-Fi modem and a cable box, which I don't even know why we have a cable box because we even have cable. I mean, we have the main channels like the news, we don't have anything else, and so I don't know why we need the big box, but it's just so many cords, and it has been driving me crazy the last couple of years because it's just like this pile of cords. So we had a black box sitting here before, which was like, I call it like the bachelor's box because my husband John had it before we got married. And I think it's from IKEA, and it's just on its last leg, going to die. So I was really excited when I finally found a media box that I think fits well in that room. So we're gonna set that up. I got this media box for $25, and it's in really perfect condition. The white matches everything in that room. And so that really checks the box with something to hold our media and to hide the cords, because that's super important in that room. Alright, well, thanks so much for watching this video on my fall decor haul. Of course, I will definitely bring in pumpkins, and I have some fun items on the porch and in our kitchen that are new that I will be showing in a porch and kitchen reveal video. So stay tuned for that. But I thought you would like to see this craft store and Facebook Marketplace haul because I am really excited about it. So in total, I think I got all of this for under $200. So that's pretty good for the season of fall. Well, if you're new to my page, make sure you subscribe on YouTube and like on Facebook. Every week I post new farm-to-table recipes and homemade natural living from our homestead in Duvall. Thank you so much for stopping by the Duvall Homestead.